What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, whilst we are all still super hyped up from what of course we have seen on the Avengers game so far, and even though we know we're going to be getting a ton of new information, overall I guess we're all just super excited that a new superhero game is just coming out and it's going to be different. Since Spider-Man PS4, I would say kind of being the first more now modern official superhero game, a lot of people are really getting into these, and it just seems a ton of fun and exciting to see how the future of the superhero game genre, I guess, in terms of an open world game will actually go. Now, I do read the comments, okay, and I've been seeing a ton of comments about what game have I been showcasing in the background of the recent videos. Now, this is not a sponsored post, and funny enough, I made a 1-minute video about this game where I wasn't talking over it. It was just more or less getting your opinions on the game and overall just your thoughts, okay? And it's a superhero game and it is absolutely insane. Now, before we continue, imagine if this game that you see in the background is called Undefeated, alright? Imagine if it had a full team behind it, like an actual studio of devs where, I don't know, compare it to like Insomniac Games or something like that, or just a full-on devs team working on this game. Would you guys buy it with the current type of graphics, or would you want it to have more improved graphics, which I guess naturally you would, but the question is, would that put you off whether or not you purchase the game or not? Let me know in the comment section below. So of course it is a different type of video, but I thought this would be a really interesting one to make and kind of switch things up as well, because it still essentially ties into what we're all really excited for. Now, everybody loves a good superhero game, and back during 2017, this is when this game started to be developed. Now, and really interesting fact is that it's actually only created by 3 Japanese students that are in programming and, you know, character design, etc. And they done it using Unreal Engine 4. Now, this is absolutely crazy. It even caught the attention of Epic Games in Japan. So the game Undefeated basically is like the Superman game that technically we never more than likely, well, I'm not even going to say it. Right now, we haven't got it. In the future, whether we get an official one, no one knows. It seems like we more than likely wouldn't get it, but this is basically kind of replacing our feelings and giving that game. So, in a nutshell, you zoom around as an invincible superhero, saving residents that are in trouble, you put out fires and a whole lot more, and of course it's just a large open city. Now, unfortunately, not all players have really been able to experience, of course, what it was like to play as, you know, a Superman game, or should I say Superman in an open world game, until this. And of course, it has been the focus of a quality single player action or adventure game in a very long time. Now, this is where the big debate did come along, and this is why I think this game is really an eye-opener. And the crazy thing is, it's actually a free-to-play game, may I just throw out there. And I know I'm talking about this game as if it's sponsored, but honestly, hands down, I just want to give this game as much attention as I possibly can, and for you guys to just get this game out there even more, because it is just so underrated, at least I feel anyway. Now, when you go back, of course, to talking about a Superman game, etc., I know a lot of people are just saying different about it. A lot of people didn't really want it to be a thing simply because they assume it wouldn't be fun to play, as of course an undefeatable, you know, hero. So I guess developers would have to nerf the abilities in some significant way to make a game interesting, or at least that's my opinion. But maybe not. What if you could make a game where players are completely unrestricted and just invincible without compromising on fun? That's the question that these developers basically answered. So Undefeated, again, is a free-to-play game. It's on Steam, and you are an unnamed guy, okay? You simply have a t-shirt and sunglasses and Superman-like heroes, more or less. Now, your primary goal throughout the game is to sprint or fly around the city while, like I said, rescuing random civilians, bashing bad guys, putting out fires, and soaring through hoops during flight challenges. And eventually, you'll even get to take on a few supervillains. Now, nothing can really threaten you, in a nutshell. mode, you're bulletproof, fireproof, and punchproof, and you don't even have a health bar. Now, according to the game's reviews, none of that does matter because the game is still a ton of fun to play, and again, perhaps it bucks to that traditional superhero game restrictions, I guess you could say. So, on the comments on the video that I did post on it, a lot of people were saying, for example, we got a guy who goes by the name Ethan. He kind of looks like Superboy from Young Justice. Then we got a funny one that says, I think you forgot to upload this in 2013. And again, this is a joke, right? And, you know, most people found it funny. But I guess the main point on this is the graphics are definitely not the greatest, but I think for a fan-made game, up to date, unless there's another game out there, I know there's a Flash game, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember what it was called, but compared to that, and, you know, seeing this essentially now officially being a thing, I think the graphics are absolutely insane, and that's why my question to you guys at the beginning of the video was like, hey, can you just imagine if this game had a full-on developer, whatever you want to call it, an actual dev team studio behind it? Trust me guys, it would just be absolutely mental. Now, again, more of course comments on this. When I tried the game, man, I was like Superman and Flash combined, like wow. Then some of you guys have actually played this. For example, we got this comment that says, I got this game a few weeks ago, it's great, I hope they keep updating it. Also, fun surprises, if you go to the generator and stay there, you can get supercharged and you'll be able to run like in the end of the video, which is basically what I showed you. So they are pretty much active with their community as well. They do showcase some of these things as well, and I think it's absolutely amazing. So you guys get in the comment section below. I'm going to leave you with some just raw gameplay towards the end of this video, just so you can kind of get a feel for it. Of course, it is only exclusive to Steam at the moment, which does of course restrict you, and it does suck in a way. But that being said, I guess if they had enough backing and a lot of support on the game, God knows if someone was to pick up the game and officially make it a thing on consoles. Again, a free-to-play game with microtransactions, because a game that's free-to-play does of course need to make its money in somewhat way. So if that was a thing, I would still go for it. I would happily have microtransactions in this game, even though I hate that stuff. It would be a ton of fun. But guys, that's going to wrap up this one here. As always, subscribe for more awesome content if you haven't already. If you missed a previous video, the link is in the description below. But until the next one, have yourselves a ridiculously amazing day. Enjoy some raw footage of the game Undefeated, and until the next video, adios amigos.